Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No problem whatsoever, right, guys? So again, today I had to take up the class from home itself. That is the reason why the not so good quality camera. Okay, and but nevertheless, we'll have the class from the office tomorrow, from tomorrow itself, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, okay. So, how was your day, guys? How was your day? Was your day good, great, amazing? What is the scenario, guys? How was your day, guys? Good, great, amazing. What is the scenario? Good, amazing, very excellent. Okay, fantastic. Okay, had AC on for hours. I think so. That's true for Bangalore as well. Right now as well, the AC is on. We cannot survive without the AC, right? Worst, what happened right over there? Okay, good guys, great. That's good to hear that you guys had a great day. Okay, some of you guys who didn't had a good day, maybe participating in the boot camp, maybe just writing some code, might help you guys overcome that, right? Okay. So yesterday, did you guys try to write the code yourself that we have learned in our yesterday's class? Please let me know. Yesterday, I think so. We have written one code, right? What was the question? I forgot the question. What was the question that we had written the code for in our yesterday's class? Rotate array, right? Did you guys go on LinkedIn? Sorry, not LinkedIn, on Lead Code and try to write the code? Did you guys go on Lead Code and write the code, guys? See, even if you haven't, see, I'm not going to scold you, right? I'm not even going to check it. So it is up to you guys if you want to write the code or not. My suggestion would be to practice as much as possible, to practice as many codes as possible, because coding is a particular art, is a particular field of science that you cannot learn just by listening. The more you practice, the better you get at it. That is the only point with coding. That is the only way of getting better at it. It's as simple as that. Okay. Okay. Nevertheless, guys, today we will focus upon learning a bit more. We'll start with a new particular question. Okay. And we'll continue from right over there. We'll see some more easy questions. Okay. We'll see some more, like, we'll try to understand some more logic behind questions. I think so. You guys are smart enough that you will be able to find logic on your own as well, but nevertheless, I'm here, right? So we will be writing the code, we will be understanding the question, we will be coming up with a solution. So that is not something that you guys have to worry about. Okay. So shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let me open up the live chat first of all. Let me put it up on the left hand side of our screen and let me share the screen as well with you guys. So to share the screen as well. Okay, go here, present, share screen, entire screen, share. Okay, I'll click on this as well. Okay, so my small head would be here, and the large screen will be there for you guys to see the entire, uh, like picture itself, the entire screen. Okay, so we'll open up lead code once again, just like yesterday. Lead code. We'll go to lead code right over there and we'll go into sign in. I think so. We'll have to sign in right over there. Okay, we have already signed in. We'll go to problems. I think so. We have not yet signed in. I think so. We'll have to sign in. Okay. Okay. Let's sign in first, so that we are not facing any kind of problems while submitting the code itself. Right. We'll sign in using Google. We'll go with the default email ID itself. Okay, and now what are we going to do? We are going to go and find another questions to solve. Okay, so we'll go with the two-sum problem. Okay, we'll go to the two-sum problem itself. That is the first particular problem, and that is an easy problem as well. So let's go with that. So first of all, just like yesterday, we'll start by understanding the question. The first and the foremost thing that we have to do is to first understand what the question is asking us. Okay, I'll make it a little bit smaller, and then I will zoom in a bit. So the two sum question, as you're able to see, it is an easy question, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Bhanu Prakash, that's great, awesome. Okay, keep it up. Now, again, certificates does not matter that much. Let's focus on the knowledge, right? Okay. Given an array of integers nums, okay, we are having an array of integers and it is called as nums, and an integer target. Okay, we have a target integer. Return indices. Okay, we have to return the index. What is the answer that we want to give back? The index of the two numbers that add up to the target. You may assume that each input will have exactly one solution and you may not use the same element twice. Okay, so what are we able to understand from this? Let's try to summarize what we are able to understand. We have got an integer array called as nums and a target. We have to return the indexes of two numbers from the same numbers nums array itself, which add up to be equal to the target. Every nums array will have the same, like will have a unique solution. There won't be more than one solutions. We have been given that like each input will have exactly one solution, and we cannot use the same element twice. So we cannot have like the same index being sent twice. We have to use two indexes. It cannot be the same number that we are adding twice to give the answer that is equal to the target. We have to use two in the numbers from the nums array. Is everybody able to understand the question? First of all, that is my question. Okay, is everybody able to understand the question right over here? See, if you are not able to understand the question, the next thing that you have to do is listen to the or see the examples that have been provided. Okay, let's go right over there. You can return the answer in any order. So it does not mean that you have to return the first index first and then the second index. No, you can return the answer in any order. Okay, no issues in that. So here we are having a particular nums array 2, 7, 11, 15, and the target is 9. So as you are clearly able to see, 2 plus 7 is equals to 9. So we have to return the indexes of 2 and 7, that is 0 and 1, right? So because nums 0 plus nums 1 is equals to 9, so we return 0 and 1. So that I think so is easily understandable for everybody, right? Simple question, simple answer, right, guys? Is everybody able to understand this? Please let me know. The example I think so is very clear right over there, right? Let's look at another example. 3, 2, 4, and the target is 6. So 2 plus 4 is 6 again. So output will be 1 comma 2. That is the index of 2 and index of 4. Let's look at the third particular example. The 3 comma 3, target is 6. So again 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. So 0 comma 1 is what we will be returning back. Let's us look at the constraints right now. Okay, so nums length is like 10,000 elements can be there in the nums array. Each of the indexes, each of the numbers present in nums can take up the value from minus 10 to the power 9 to 10 to the power 9. That is within the integer, like what values integers can take. Target also is between 10 to the power minus 9, 10 to the power 9 negative to 10 to the power 9 in positive. Again, that is within the range of what normal integers are. So that is not a problem right over there as well. Okay, what if target does not exist? Only one valid answer exists and the answer exists. That is what the question is. So you cannot formulate your own questions. You cannot think about problem statements on your own. It's already given that there is an answer. There is only one answer. So that is already there as a constraint. Okay, follow up, so we will look at the follow up later on. Okay, okay guys, so how would you solve this particular question? Let's start with that question, right? How would you think of solving this question? We'll select C++. Okay, that is what we wanted to go, code in, right? So How would you try to solve this particular question? Okay, think about it, guys. We are having a nums array. We want to find two numbers that beat the target itself. How would you do that? First of all, let me give me the answers, guys. Give me the answers. It need not be right. Okay, it's fine. We are in the learning process right over here. We are not in the process of being right and wrong. Okay, even if you think that it's a wrong answer, think and write down an answer. I want to see how you guys are thinking about it. See, that is how an interview goes on as well. Before you are able to write a single line of code, the interviewer will ask you, guide me through the process of you thinking about the answer. Sometimes what happens is if you are able to guide really well, you don't even have to write the line of code. You don't even have to write the code itself. The interview will say, very good. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Okay. So using loop to find if sum happens. Good. Good. That is a great one. Using nested loops and using conditions, try each possible pair which gives the desired output. Will print it. Very good. Very good. That is actually going in the right direction itself. Using loops plus if statements. Very good, guys. Okay, so I'm able to see many of you guys are actually able to go into the right direction itself. Pretty much you are actually able to give me the answer. Uh, but any other technique, guys, any other technique. Again, guys, do not go on Google, try to find the answer and try to prove yourself. Okay, we are not in the process of proving ourselves. We are in the process of discussion. We are in the process of discussing with each other to figure out a common answer. Okay. So even if you think that, okay, can we do it in this particular way? Let me know. Okay. We'll discuss about the things. Okay. Let me know, guys. Till now, I've seen only three, four people putting up the answers. What about the rest, guys? What about the rest? Are you guys even thinking, or you guys are just waiting that, oh, he will give the answer? Let's just wait for it. I don't want that. I want you guys to think about it, guys. I want you guys to think about the answer. Come on. I know you guys can. You don't need to be right. Okay. It's fine. That is how you guys will learn. Okay, I can give you the answer directly, but what's the point of that? Okay, you will not be able to learn anything from that. When you think on your own, you come to a solution on your own, that is when you're actually learning. Come on, guys. I want everybody to give a particular answer. Using for loop, we can find some and then check if it's equal to target. Okay, going in the right direction itself. Good. Return the value of the indices. Yes, that is what we have to do. What else, guys? What else? Come on, guys. Come on. Think, think, think. I know you guys are smart enough to actually think about stuff. I want more answers. First, sort the array, then we use two pointer approach. Simran, very good, very good. Loop 1 between 0 and n minus 2. Loop 2 from the current iteration loop 1 till n minus 1, checking all possibilities. Sum is equals to key. Okay, good, very good. Okay, going in the right direction itself. So we have got two solutions that I'm able to see right over here. Okay, the first solution basically states we'll discuss both the solutions right now in a lot of depth itself. So before we are able to discuss the solutions, I will be taking up the attendance right now. Okay, the attendance will be open. This will be the first attendance of today's class. There will be two attendances in today's class. Okay, A and B. If you miss out any of the two attendances, whether the first or the second, your today's net attendance will be zero. Can you guys repeat this in the live chat? If you miss out on any one of the attendances, that is the attendance A or attendance B, there are going to be two attendances in today's class. If you miss out on either one of them, your today's attendance is going to be zero. Am I clear with this, guys? Please let me know. Am I clear with this, guys? Please let me know. Any one of the attendances, if you guys are missing, your today's attendance is zero, guys. Okay. So right now I'm sending the attendance link. The attendance link will be closed in exactly two when the 8:35. Okay, the attendance link is in the live chat. At exactly 8:35, the attendance link will be closed, and then we'll continue with our particular coding itself. Okay, we'll continue with our questions. The attendance link is in the live chat. Exactly 8:35. The attendance link will be closed. Please start filling up your attendance. And then we'll continue with our code. We'll try to understand both the possible solutions that the students have tested, and like we'll move on from right over there. Mr. Singh is going in the right direction, but I won't suggest that you shouldn't get certifications. Certifications also provide a validity to yourself at some particular point of time. Okay? But yeah, You are in the right direction itself. Okay. Sir, I missed first attendance, so today's attendance is cancelled. Saket, I've just put up the first attendance right now itself. I've not yet taken up the second attendance. We'll wait till 8:35, guys. Till then, if you guys have any questions for me, I will answer those questions. सर अटेंडेंस कैसे फिल करें? ऐसा ऐसा क्लिक करने का है, फिर उसमें अपना डिटेल्स डालने का है. I never registered for it in the first place because it popped latest in the feed. I clicked to get here. Okay, no issues in that, Mrs. Singh. Okay. So what is 5B? 5B will be your second attendance. So I'm in my first year. What should I study in full stack? Start with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Go with Bootstrap CSS, Tailwind CSS. Start learning React JS, React Native. Start building some projects inside of React JS and React Native. Parallelly, start learning backend development, MongoDB, Express, Node.js, microservice architecture, monolithic architecture, security, all these kind of stuff. Start building projects in that as well. Connect your front end and your back end after that. Then learn about cloud computing a little bit. Do not go into a lot of depth. Okay, S3 buckets, EC2 instances, IAMs. Okay, try to understand the basics. Then start learning Docker. Sorry, your DevOps. That is Docker, containerization, Kubernetes. Okay, CI/CD, GitHub version control. Whatever projects that you have built in your front end and back end that you have connected, try to containerize them. Try to deploy them on cloud computing platforms like AWS, and then start applying for. In the meanwhile, once you finish this up, start applying for internships. You will easily get internships of minimum 25,000 rupees minimum. Is Django good for backend? If and only if you are actually studying data structures and algorithms, you are studying data science, you have already completed both of this, then only Django is good, otherwise not. I'm in 12th, which language should I learn? English language, especially for physics, chemistry, maths. Okay. Uh, can you please make a roadmap for full stack development? I am not just going to do that. I am going to, whatever I said right now, I've started making videos for the same as well, complete end to end with projects from the beginning to the most advanced level. I'm going to put it for free on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about that. I've already planned everything for you guys. In computer, I will suggest you are not at the right particular age. You should be focusing upon getting a good college. If you miss out on getting a good college, you have missed out on your biggest opportunity of getting a placement as well. Okay, what are the possible DSA questions that can be asked in simple interviews for companies like TCS? Right now, see, try to understand, even in companies like TCS, Infosys, they ask questions directly from lead code and stuff itself. They don't ask easy questions. That no longer happens. But yes, a good knowledge in OOPS related to the programming language of your choice, for example, C++, should be very important. Along with that, dynamic programming is something that will not be asked in these simple TCS, Infosys companies. But if you're aiming for a little bit higher package, then yes, dynamic programming is the most important thing right over there. For smaller packages, your DSA should be very, very concise, very, very properly done, especially linear DSA topics like linear data structures like arrays, linked lists, stack queues, DQs should be very exceptionally done. I feel that using JS in front end and back end is an advantage. Absolutely, yes. See, again, guys, whatever you're studying right over here, you're just studying to get into a company. You're not studying to for something else. You're not studying for going into a company and working. You're studying to get into a company itself. Okay. Himanshu Anand, I will suggest send all your like attendance and everything proof to certificate at devtown.in. That is where you will be able to get it. Okay, so let me put up the notepad. Sorry, not notepad, OneNote, and let's start by understanding the question and the solution for the same as well. Okay, we'll put the live chat on the left hand side. Okay, and here's my pen. Okay, so let's get started with it, guys. Shall we? The sensitivity of this trackpad is absolutely way too high. Okay, so right over here, guys, let's get started. We'll start with the most easiest thing. That is, we are given an array. Okay, 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. And I think so that was not the array. Let us take the exact example from lead code itself. Otherwise, like yesterday, I'll fuck things up a bit. Okay, so we'll go and see the examples from here. 2, 7, 11, 15, and 9. Okay, 2, 7, 11, 15, and 9 right over here. And the target that has been given to us, sorry, the target has been given to us is 9, not here. That target is 9. Okay. So what can we do? The first thing that can be done right over here is that we can, I'm still getting that joke in my mind. We will ask the questions here. So what we can do is we can have two loops right over here. The first loop will be kept on 2, and the second loop will go over 7, 11, and 15. Okay, so and then we'll check if 2 plus any of these numbers is equal to 9 or not. Are you guys able to get this? We'll have two loops. The first loop, the iteration, will keep it at 2. Currently, the first loop is at 2. And the second loop will go over to the list of the elements 7, 11, and 15. If 2 plus any of these numbers is equals to 9, then we will just return the indexes, that is I and j of the two loops. Otherwise, then the next particular item will move on to, okay, we'll move on to the next particular item from right over here. That is, we'll move on to 7. Now we have already checked for 2 and 7, right? When we were at 2, we had already checked for 7 as well. Do you guys remember that? When we were at 2, we had checked for 2 and the rest of the numbers. We have already checked for 7. So when we are at 7, we'll only check for 11 and 15, whatever the next numbers are pending. Okay. If we are having the answer, we'll return back the indexes. Otherwise, we'll again go back and again we'll check it up right over here. Again, we'll come to 11 and then we'll check it with the rest of the numbers, that is 15, and that's it. So we'll have two loops right over here, guys. We'll have two loops for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n minus 1, I plus plus. This is the outer loop. This is the outer loop, guys. Okay. Why? Because we only have to check till 11. We don't have to shift to 15 because we have already checked with 11 and 15, right? When we were at 11, we had already checked with 15 as well. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. We had already checked for 11 and 15, so we don't have to go till the last number because there is nothing left after that. If we go till the last number, if this loop goes till the last number, let's assume that we are at here, then what is left to check? Nothing. There's nothing left to check, right? So we don't have to go to the last number. We have to go up till 11 itself, the second last number. So if the indexes are 0, 1, 2, and 3, where n represents the total number of elements in the array, when n represents the total number of elements in the array, that is 4, where do we have to go till? Up till 4 minus 2, right? 4 minus 2, that is 4 minus 1, less than 4 minus 1, less than 4 minus 1, because less, if you put it up as equal to, if you put I is less than or equal to n minus 1, that means your first particular loop can go up till the last element. N is not the last element, guys. N is the total number of elements in the array, that is 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. You cannot go up till 3. You have to go, like, you have to end before 3 itself. Are you guys able to get why n minus 1? Why less than n minus 1? Are you guys able to get this? Why are we less than n minus 1? Are you guys able to get this? Please let me know. Why are we less than n minus 1, guys? Are you guys able to get this? See, think about it. Mr. Shukla, as well as one more person who was asking about it. Okay. Mr. Nagpal. Sorry, Mrs. Nagpal. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. We are starting from 0. We are starting from 0, but this is our first loop. What are we doing in the first loop? We are taking one number, and whatever the rest of the numbers are after that number, whatever the next of the numbers are after that number, we are trying to check if any of these, if we add, are we getting the target or not, right? So if we go till the last number, if we go till 15 itself, there is nothing left to check with. There's nothing left to check with. So we don't have to go till the last number. We have to go till the second last number, guys. We have to go till the second last number. Okay, that is the reason why last number index is n minus 1. So we have to be less than n minus 1. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yes. The next particular for loop, we'll write another particular for loop right over here. For int j is equals to, from where do we have to start, guys? Again, let's not start it right over here. So where will j start from? This is the second for loop. So I'm currently at this particular position. My I is currently at this particular position. Then where should my j be at? Where should my j be at, guys? If I is at the 0th index, where should our j be at, guys? And why? And why? Why not 0? Why should our j start from 1? Why should it not start from 0 itself? Please let me know. Many of you guys are saying 1. That is also a wrong answer, but no issues in that. Okay, for our current example, it is fine, but not exactly. Why shouldn't it be starting from 0 itself? Why? Because I is already at 0, and we have to check between two separate numbers. We cannot add the same number twice to give the final answer, right? We have already been told that the same number added twice cannot lead to the final answer. It should be two separate numbers. So in the first for loop, I starts at 0, so j is starting at 1. But in the next particular for loop, in the next, when this particular for loop changes to, let's say I is equals to 1, in that particular case, where should j start from? If our I is currently present at 1, this is where our I is. Where should our j start from, guys, right now? Where should our j start from? Where should our j start from, guys? It should start from 2, right? But if you write here 1, then we'll again start from 1. So that is wrong. You cannot put 1 right over here. What should we put right over here? So that j always starts from the next number to I. J always starts from the next number to I, guys. That is I plus 1. I plus 1. That will be our initializer for j. I plus 1, guys. Very good. Very good. You guys are so smart, guys. Okay. Now, where should j go up till? Where should j go up till, guys? Where should j go up till? Till the end of the array, right? J is our secondary for loop. So j should go up till the end of the array, right? So j would be less than n, and then j plus plus, right? J should be less than n because it should go till the end itself, right? So less than n and j plus plus. Now what we have to do inside of it? We have to write an if statement. We'll come back to it. Let's first write these two lines of code. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, let's first write these two lines of code, guys. Let's go back and let's start by writing these two lines of code. I'll create a particular number int n is equals to how to get the number of elements in a particular vector. What is the code to get the number of elements in a vector, guys? Please let me know. Sir, I didn't understand why j is less than n. J is the secondary for loop. If I've selected one number as I, that is the first index, then I need to check it with the rest of all the particular numbers that are there, rest till the end as well. So j less than n basically means till the last element of the array. The last element of the array. Okay, how to get the number of elements in an array, in a particular vector, guys? Please let me know. Nums dot size. Very good, guys. So nums dot size is size. Okay, very good. Very good, guys. So we'll start with the first for loop. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than n minus 1 I plus plus, then the for second for loop for and j is equals to I plus 1 j, we need to go up till the end of the array itself, right? We need to go up till the end of the array. So j should be less than n. Okay. And j plus plus. Now, what do we have to do inside of it? What do we have to do inside of it? We have to check if our how nums how to select an element from a vector, guys. Okay, yeah, this is also something that we have already studied. What is the code to select a particular element from the vector, guys? What is the code for that? How can I select the ith positioned element from the vector? This is also something that we have already learned. How can we select the ith particular element from the vector? Now we are talking about vectors, not arrays. Okay. Although, Mr. John, you are right. That is the wrong answer, because I told you guys we should avoid doing that. We should avoid using our rectangular brackets to select elements when you are using vectors. That is the wrong answer, because I told you guys avoid doing it. The right answer, like many of you guys have said, is nums dot at the index I. Nums dot at index I. Very good, guys. Very good. So we'll use nums dot at index I. Okay. Plus nums dot at index j is equals to target. Okay. In that particular case, return. Okay, return, and we'll be returning a particular array vector that we have to return. So we'll create a vector answer. See, right over here, guys, the to sum function that has been created, it is saying that it needs to have a return type of vector int. Are you guys able to see this? It needs to have a return type of vector int, guys. Okay, so we need to create an integer based vector that has only two elements inside of it. That is the index of the first element and the second element, guys. So this is something that we'll have to create right over here. So vector and then int, and then we'll put up a particular name of to this vector. Let's put up the name as um, result. Okay, that is the name of the vector that we are creating, or we can just write res as well instead of writing the entire thing. So if our value at the index I plus the value of the index j is equals to what does is equals to does? It checks if the left hand side is equal to the right hand side or not. This is what it does, guys. Just normal equal to assigns whatever there is there on the right hand side to the left hand side, but equal to basically checks if the left hand side is equal to the right hand side or not. If they are equal, then and only then whatever is present within the brackets will be run, otherwise not. Otherwise not. Are you guys able to understand what is the use of if statements? Are you guys able to understand what is the use of if statement? If this is true, if the LHS is equals to RHS, okay, then and only then this particular block of code will be run, otherwise not. So if this is true, that means in the result array, that is in the res vector itself, we have to add the I and j indexes. Okay, we have to add the I and j indexes. So can you guys let me know how to add something? How to add in a particular value in a vector? How to add a value in a vector, guys? Can you guys tell me what is the code for that? We have already learned this. We have already learned this. Very good, Mr. John. Very good. Result dot push back I and result dot push back j. Very good, guys. Result dot push underscore back I and result dot push push underscore back j, and we'll return res right over here. That's it. You have written the code. You have written the code, guys. We have returned the answer. if we are able to find two values that is equal to the target. Okay, so let us try to run this. Let us see if our test cases are able to run or not properly. Let us try that. We are having a compilation error right over here. uh Non-void function return call is needed. Okay, we need to return a particular correct return type right over here. No issues in that. We will return an empty array if that is possible. No issues, we will do that. We'll just go here, we'll return res. Okay, so we'll return a res, guys, because by default as well something needs to be returned. So we'll return an empty vector itself right over here. We'll again put run. I think so this time it should uh, accept the test cases. Yes, all the test cases have been accepted. Let us submit the test cases, guys. Let us submit this. Okay, okay, so we have submitted it. As you're able to see, our run time is very bad. Our run time is very bad, guys. It beats only 5.04% of the users. That means our run time was in the fifth, it was in the fifth percentile. Well, it was so bad. 95% of the people did a particular code, wrote a particular code that was faster than our code. 95% of the people. Yes, our memory space that was we used was very low. We beat 93% of the users right over here. So that was good, but our code is actually very slow. We need to make it faster. We need to make it faster. Right now, if you think about it, we are going over the same array. Let's assume that the array is of n characters long. Okay, the array has n elements right over there, guys. So if we have n elements in the array, we are going over the array twice, right? Once is n times via the ith loop, and another time we are going over the entire loop once again. So we are taking in n times n square time we are taking up right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. You do not use -1. Okay, you take up the larger particular value itself, not the smaller value. So it is approximately n multiplied by n-1 is approximately equal to n square. You take up n square itself. So are you guys able to understand this? We are going over the array twice, right? So it is basically going to take us n square time, which is a very bad thing. Can we find another solution that is faster than this? This is what will happen in your interviews, and please keep in mind, never go, even if you know the fastest particular solution to a question, never directly jump to it. Never directly jump to it. First write the slowest shittiest code that you know. Then your interviewer will themselves say that, okay, can we make this particular code faster? Then you make it faster. Because even if you write the fastest code first, they are still going to ask you to write the faster code. Okay, so first write a very shit code, and then that is working, that is acceptable, just it is very slow. Then you optimize it. Reason for that is interviewers want to understand how did you thought about it. So first you went to a very like basic code itself, then you optimized it further. How do you think about the optimization? That is something that the interviewer wants from you. So always know this, guys. Many students make this mistake in the interviews. They directly jump to the final answer. Don't do that. Go in steps. Okay, that is what is preferred in the interview as well. Okay, so I didn't understand line 9 and 10. Okay, let me see what is. Okay, so if you are not able to understand that, Anushka, I cannot help you with that because I have already taught this when I was teaching vectors. So this is not something that is new right over here. If you would have asked about the line 8, I would have answered it. But for line 9 and 10, just ask the other people in the live chat, they will help you out. Okay, so how can we make this faster? Instead of going over the entire loop twice, what if we think about another solution like this? Okay, somebody actually suggested this solution. Okay, so this is not my solution. Somebody actually suggested this. Let's assume that the array is already sorted. It is not sorted. It has not been mentioned in the question anywhere that the array is sorted. Okay, sorted. You understand what is the meaning of the term sorted, right? From from in the ascending order. Like all the elements in the array are in the ascending order itself, from the smallest to the largest. Okay, let's assume that all the elements in the array is sorted. It's in the ascending order. We currently don't know. The question does not state this. Okay, so if that is the case, that is 2, 7, 5, and then 11. I guess that was the particular numbers. Okay, okay, this is not sorted right over here. Let us change this. 2, 5, 7, and 11. This is a sorted particular array itself. If we have two particular pointers, okay, the first pointer f and the second pointer here, second, 2 plus 11 is equals to 13, right? Our target is 9. Our target is to find 9, guys. Our target is to find 9 right over here. What is 2 plus 11, guys? What is 2 plus 11? 13, right? We have to go a little bit below it, right? We have to find a number that is less than 13, that is 9. That is our target, right? 2 plus 11 is currently 13. Do you guys agree with this or not? Do you guys agree with me or not, guys? 2 plus 11 is 13. I don't think so. Mathematics is your problem, right? So we need to go less than 9. Which particular pointer should I move? Should I move our first pointer towards the right, or should I move the second pointer towards the left, guys? What will get us 9? Should we move the first pointer towards the right, or should we move the second pointer towards the left, guys? Why should we move? Why did you take this particular thought process that we should move the second pointer towards the left? Why should we move the second pointer towards the left, guys? Why did you think that? Now that is the question. Why did you think that, guys? Because our current sum is 13. Okay, our current, no, because it is optimal is a wrong answer. Is a wrong answer itself. The reason why we moved the second particular arrow towards the left is because currently our particular answer, our particular sum is 2 plus 11 is 13, which is greater than 9. That means we want a sum that is less. If we move the first particular arrow towards the right, then that means we are never going to get the correct answer, because it will increase the sum even more. So we'll have to move our right a second particular arrow towards the left to decrease the sum, to decrease the sum. So if sum is less than target, then we need to increase the sum, right? If sum is less than target, then we need to increase the sum. So how will we increase it? First plus plus will shift the first particular pointer. Okay, similar to that, if sum is greater than our target, then we'll do second minus minus, we'll shift our second particular pointer towards the right, so towards the left. Okay, second minus minus, we have to decrease the sum, right? Because it is a sorted array, please remember it's a sorted array. That is the only way of increasing or decreasing it. If sum is equals to target, what we will do? If sum is equals to target, guys, what we will do, please let me know. If sum is equal to target, guys, what we will do? We'll return the result. Very good. We'll return result. Till when do we have to do these three steps? Till when do we have to do these three steps, guys? We have to do these three steps till our first and second are not equal to each other, right? Because as soon as your first and second are at the same particular location, That means you are at the same particular number itself. That is not something that we want. We want it to be two separate things. So while we have already learned about the while loop, right? While our first is less than second, we'll execute these lines of code. We'll execute these lines of code. Right, guys? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. While first is less than second, we'll execute these lines of code. As soon as our first is either we return the result or our first is equal to second, that means we stop the loop. We didn't get any answers. We didn't get any answers. Now, this is taking up an assumption. This is taking up an assumption that the particular array is already sorted. We're taking an assumption that the array is already sorted, which it is not. Which it is not, guys. Our array is currently nowhere in the question has it been told to us that the array is sorted. Now, if we try to sort the array, let's assume our original array that was given to us was 11 to 5, sorry, 11 to 75. This was our original array. Let us take that 11 to 75. If we by some miracle sort this particular array, I will lose the value of ing, the indexes. I have to return back the indexes, right? I don't have to return back numbers. I have to return back the index right over there. So we sort this particular array. My index is gone from right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. If 11275 was my original array, if I try to sort this, I will lose at which particular position was 2 present, at which particular position was 7 present, at which particular position was 11 present. They will be present at new particular indexes. I cannot have that. So I am going to create a new data structure, guys. I'm going to create a new data structure. Okay. This particular data structure is going to be a vector. This particular new data structure that we are going to create right now is going to be a vector of pairs of int comma int type. Usually, up till this point of time, we were creating vectors, integer type vectors, right? We were creating integer type vectors. This time, we are creating vectors that contain pairs of numbers. Pairs of numbers, guys, in two numbers. Okay, both of them are integers. So, for example, if our original 11 original array was 11 2 7 and 5, we'll create a new vector which will be like something like this: 11 comma 0, that is the value and the index that is this currently present at. This is how pairs exist. Okay, there are pairs of, as the name suggests, it is pairs of two numbers, two integers. Okay, second particular element will be the value 2 and the index at which the value 2 is present. The third particular like element will be the value 7 and the index that it is present, that is 2. The third particular value would be 5 comma 3. Okay, value and the index, value and the index, value and the index. Now when we are going to sort this particular vector, we sort this particular vector of pairs, we're going to sort it by the terms of the first particular element, and we will get something like this: 2 comma 1, that after sorting, because 2 is the smallest, so 2 comma 1, then 5 comma 3, then 7 comma 2, and then you're having a 11 comma 0. This is how we'll sort this, and on this particular sorted particular new vector of pairs, we are going to execute our entire code that we had written right over there, the entire while loop. Now, how to do this using code, that is what we'll have to see right now. But are you able to get the logic behind it? We cannot directly sort the entire array because our indexes will be lost. So we are creating a new vector in which the value and the index are always together. And then we are sorting that new vector of pairs of numbers itself according to the first number of the pairs. After sorting it up, we are then using the while loop on top of it to figure out the final answer. And that is how we are going further. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Got it? Okay. So let us look at how to do this in terms of coding as well, because just by writing it up, it's not necessary that we will be able to understand, right? So let us go back to the code and let us remove everything from right over here. Okay, we'll rewrite our code with this new logic, guys. First, we'll create our vector of PAIR pair, okay, of int, comma, int type. What should we name this as, guys? We'll name this as P. Okay, we'll name this as simple P itself, guys. This new vector that we have created right over here. Now we will have to insert everything inside of it. So for int I is equals to 0, I is less than nums dot size uh, I plus plus. We'll iterate over everything right over here and we'll push back everything. So PAIR is sorry, P dot pushback underscore BACK pushback. We're going to push back. What do we have? What are we going to push back, guys? We're going to push back nums I, that is the value at the ith location, and I. This is what we are going to push back to our code. So we are trying to push back a pair. This is how you define a pair, guys. You create a curly braces and you put both the values right over there. That is how you create a pair. Now we are going to push back this pair into our vector of pairs. Okay, we're going to push back this pair into the vector of pairs, guys. Okay, that is what we are going to do right over here. Now we are going to go where we have created our pairs. Okay, we are to sort it. Okay, shouldn't we use nums at I? Thank you so much for pointing that out. Okay, this is what I want from you guys. Wherever I'm wrong, you should point that out to me as well. Okay, so nums dot at I. Thank you so much for pointing that out. That was my mistake. Very good, guys. Now, what is the next thing that we have to do? We have to sort our particular like vector of pairs, right? To sort a particular vector of pairs or any vector in general itself, you just have to write vector dot sort. Okay, so sort sort and then uh, the pointer to the first element and pointer to the end element itself. Okay, so for this particular purpose, we will have p dot begin begin and p dot end end. Just like reverse, okay, you were using reverse to reverse the particular array itself. In the exact same way, for sort as well, we basically use sort and then p dot begin, that is the starting of the new vector and the end of the new vector. It will automatically sort it directly. We don't have to do anything. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? How did we create the vector of pairs? How did we insert the values inside of vector of pairs? How did we sort the vector of pairs itself? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yes. The next thing that we have to do is we have to declare what is the left and the right. Okay, so int left is equals to 0 because we are starting from the extreme left. And what is int right? I'll just put r itself. Int right will keep it as nums dot size minus 1. That is the index of the last particular element. Okay, first and last element, that is where we are putting up our left and right values itself. Now we are going to create our while loop. While left is less than right, right? That is how we want to go further with. While left is less than right. Okay, if our values are equal, first let's check for that. Okay, so how to check for it? PAIRS pairs. Okay, left left is basically you're trying to access the element from the sorted pairs itself. Okay, but what do we want to check now? That is a pair, right? If I'm checking at the index, let's say 0, at the index 0 itself, there's a pair of numbers right over there. That is the original value and the index as well. I just want to check the, so y minus 1. Meena CS, this is something that you have to find out. Y minus 1. That is like very, very, very bad question to ask after understanding vectors, after understanding indexes and everything. If you're asking me why minus 1, then I cannot answer that. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. It is P. Thank you so much, Rohan. So, where did everything go? P. Okay, so P of L. Okay, that is a pair of number itself. So, to access the first particular element, you just have to write FIRST first right over here. This will get you the first particular element. In the same way, P of R dot FIRST first. This will get you the first particular element at the rth position. At the rth, your pair of numbers. We are taking up the first particular number itself. If it is equal to target, if it is equal to target, then we have to return a particular vector of P of L dot second, that is the second element of the pair, that is the index, comma, P of R dot second. Okay, why second? Because that is where the index is. If you want the value from the pair, you use dot first. You get the value of the pair itself. That is the first particular element from the pair. If you use dot second, you get the second element from the pair. The second element was the index of the pair. That is what we actually need to return right over there. That is what we actually need to return right over there. Sir, how does the program know how to sort based on the value and not the index? It automatically sorts on the basis of the first element. It does not know that it is the value and index. It will sort the array on the vector on the basis of the value of the first element of the pairs itself. It does not know whether it is value or index. Okay, can't we write p at l? Uh, no, here you cannot use p at l, guys. You can. Okay, that is also going to give you the same particular value. Okay, but that will unnecessarily change it. So p dot at, and then you are going to have l right over here. You can write it as this as well. P dot at, and then r. Similar to that right over here as well. P dot at, and then l. P dot at, and then r. Okay, so you can definitely write this as well. There's no issues in that. Krish, do not repeat. If you're not able to understand something, explain to me what you're not able to understand. You just want me to repeat. This is a YouTube video. You can just scroll back and listen to me once again. Okay, but if you're able to explain to me what you are not able to understand, okay, something in particular, if you want me to just repeat myself, then just scroll back and listen to me once again. Okay, okay. The next particular if statement we have to check is if our p at our left dot first, that's the value, okay, plus right, I'll just copy this entire thing itself. If this is less than the target, if this is less than the target, then we need to increase it. Then we need to increase it. What will be increasing? We will be increasing our left plus plus. We'll do L plus plus, guys, because our current sum is less than the target. So we'll have to increase the left particular value so that we are able to increase the overall sum as well. Similar to that, if it is the opposite case, if it is the opposite case where our sum is greater than the target, then we'll have to decrease the r minus minus. We have to decrease the r, guys. Can you please explain 14 to 16 line of code, please? 14 to 16 line of code. No. Try to figure out what P is. If you are able to understand what I've created right over here, I've already explained P at L. Okay, you should be able to understand that by now. This basic vector code, basic vector code itself, nothing too fancy right over there. Dot first is basically how you get the first element out of the pair. Okay, that is our value. Dot second is how to get the second particular value out of a pair. Okay, that is our index. So if you are not able to understand it, write it down. Okay, go through the code once again. That is how you can understand. I shouldn't be able to do that. Okay. Okay. Now that you guys have done this, again at the very end, we will have to return something as well. So I'll just return an empty particular result, empty vector itself. Okay. I just joined, so sorry. Next, you will have to go through the entire video once again. Okay. So we'll return something empty. We'll run this. We'll check if everything is working fine. If you're getting any errors, we'll try to debug it. So the test result is coming up green. That means that that is working fine itself. We'll submit it. Accepted. So current code that we have submitted is beating 60.31% of the users with C++. If you resubmit it, it will get better score as well. But yeah, it's basically performing way better. Okay, there's another particular solution to it, which is we're using hash maps, but you don't know hash maps, so I'm not going to teach you guys that. But yeah, this is performing 60.31% better than your the rest of the users at lead code itself. So today I want you guys to go back home. I want you guys to write both the solutions, both the code. If you don't do both the code, then again there is no point. If you directly jump to the final code, guys, again there is no point. You have to write both the code. You have to understand both the code itself. Only then you will be able to understand it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, sir. I'm getting 3 milliseconds, so it's showing 99%. Like I said, Omkar, it depends from every submission. Sometimes it will show slow, sometimes it will show fast. It does not matter. This is still the second best solution. It is still not the best solution. There is a hash map solution available as well that is even faster than this. But again, you guys don't know hash maps. It is a way too headache for me to teach you guys hash maps as well without understanding the rest of the stuff. I'm not going to go over that. Okay, so okay, guys. Again, try to write both the code today. That is the aim. How will you guys try it out at least? Will you guys try it out, guys? Please let me know. Will you guys try it out? Writing both the code, guys. Please let me know. Yes, no. What is the scenario right over there? Yes. Okay, great. So we'll end the class right over here itself. For those who have missed today's attendance, the attendance has already been taken up. I'm not taking up the second attendance. I'm letting you guys know if you're missing out on one of the attendances, you still get the certificates. Okay. So take this as a final warning of not being on time. You have to be on time so that you are able to learn, so that you don't ask me silly questions and you learn actually right over here. Please be on time, guys. If you have missed today's attendance, no issues. Missing one of the attendance, you still get the certificates. In never the history of 3 years of me taking up boot camps, I've never turned back on an attendance. Once I've switched it off, I just switch it off. I don't turn it back on. Okay. So don't ask, please, please, please. There's no point in that. Okay. You're just wasting your time. Do not waste your time itself. And we'll meet in our tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. Again, guys, this is over. Okay, this is over, guys. The attendance is over. For those who have missed the attendance, like I've already told you guys, please be on time. If you are late, it is your responsibility. I'm not going to take up the responsibility. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.